What really motivated me to help those international students, because I used to be a student, so I know how they feel when they just came to this country. Especially when I just came to this country, I feel really lonely, I feel really lost. So a lot of professor and then local church people, local Chinese community really lent a very warm hand to me and make me feel at home. That's really motivated me. Since their help, so I became settled down in this country. I feel this grace I received from local community, from professors, cannot just stop on me. I want to pass it on to all the other international students.
My motivation for being involved with international students is that I'm just a people person and I like meeting new people. And I'm also a Penn State alumnus. I like learning about other countries and cultures and the food. I visited another country. I would like to treat people here the way I would want to be treated if I visited another country. And the way I feel working with international students is that we can learn a lot from each other. We share a lot of the same human concerns, and the world becomes a bit smaller. And I feel privileged to be able to meet people from all over the world.
All of our adult life, we lived overseas in a cross-cultural situation, so we know what it's like to live in another country and to adapt to another country.
We gravitate to international people, and because we also have experienced what it's like to be internationals. And also we like to volunteer because we feel our lives are enriched by rubbing shoulders with international people. It's a global world, and we must learn to live together and understand each other, and so it really benefits our lives as well as hopefully the students that we're with.
What motivates me to work with international students? Well, I grew up seeing it modeled at home. My mom is a retired university professor, so we grew up in a university town, and our local church had a very vibrant ministry to international students. So we always had international students in our house. We cooked meals together, ate together, we would travel or do field trips together. We just, enjoyed spending time with them and being friends with them. On the academic side, we also linked them with professors who were interested in mentoring and tutoring students.
My husband and myself went to study as international student too. So I know what it is like being far from home and being in a place where you have no maybe relatives that you can count on. So for my husband and I, it has been a pleasure to have international students come in our house. We have been receiving them in our home for 8 years now, for a big meal, a time for fellowship, sharing, and there is a time even we had like a birthday cake. And I remember when we did this, the student for whom we did the birthday cake started crying. And I remember his reaction. He said, "I didn't know people love me here." And it was so touching. Even until today, when I think about it, I always say I would like to be a mother to them.
If there are students that are coming from another country here to the United States of America and they find themselves within our community, that we have an opportunity to serve them, we want to do that. We offer a van service where we will send a van to the university to pick up any student who would like to come to Living Water Community Church, and we do that on a weekly basis. At Thanksgiving time, we make use of our vans to shuttle students to the Marshall's home to have them celebrate Thanksgiving.
When I've traveled, I found that people can be very hospitable and welcoming. They can help you to learn places, families can take you into their homes and give you food, and therefore when people want to come here, students from all around the world, I want to welcome them. I want to make them feel home. I want to we can do to provide hospitality and make people feel more at home.
We have just thoroughly enjoyed getting to meet people. We've always enjoyed people of other cultures and going to other countries, and as a dad, I love having my kids be exposed to different cultures, and my kids have really just grabbed onto this and have thoroughly enjoyed getting to make friends there at Penn State.
Social service is in my blood. That's number one. Helping others is in my blood. And the same feeling for me that yes, they miss their Holi, they miss their Diwali, they miss their parents. And if we could be a little help to them and help in their living, in their morale, and in future, making some future, so that would be fantastic.
It's a very satisfying experience. When you meet them, you listen to their stories, and it's kind of very fascinating. And when you answer their questions, if they have any questions to ask, and when you respond to it and they feel that we have done something, that gives you a kind of satisfaction.